Hi everyone, welcome back. I have another skincare reaction video for you, and today I'm very excited because I'm taking a look at the mother of dragons, Daenerys Khaleesi, also known as Emilia Clarke. She is sharing her nighttime skincare routine on Harper's Bazaar, so let's get started. If you're new to my channel, my name is Susanne. I have been in the beauty industry for 2 decades. I started off as a beauty editor. I now have my own skincare line, and I love talking about skincare and beauty on this YouTube channel. If that sounds good to you, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. All right, so Emilia Clarke, besides being beautiful and being known for this role in Game of Thrones, which it's hard not to associate her with that. It was such a big part of my life and anyone else who was a Game of Thrones fan. It went on for so long. I mean, I had a baby while this was all going on and I was waiting for it all to come to an end and everything. So it's hard not to associate her with that. But aside from that, I'm really curious to see what she does with her skincare routine. She's 34, so she's at that age where you're starting to realize, that there are changes taking place with your skin, maybe some aging. She's obviously beautiful, so I want to see what she's doing.
Hi everyone, I am here courtesy of Harper's to say, would you like to come to bed with me? Okay, let's go. So I'm in my bathroom, and for you guys, I'm gonna do this a bit early, but normally I would do it a little bit later. I have my Diptyque candle. Number 34 is what I'm really obsessed with right now. So I'm just gonna light that. Very exciting. Ooh, just to make my brain and body know that it is time to go to bed. You're not gonna see this in shot, but just know that it is wafting. Know that it is wafting around the room. To begin with.
I love Diptyque candles. I love candles. Candles are one of my splurges. I mean, I don't know if you can see, but I have some candles up there, including Diptyque. I feel like candles just never get old. They really do set the mood and set the tone. It's nice.
I'm gonna start with my Take the Day Off cleansing balm. It's this oily kind of texture that is just gonna make all of the makeup that I have on my skin come off. So I'm just gonna apply that. As you can see, it's really, just get in there. I gotta get my eyes and all of that stuff. Oh yeah, we're looking sexy now. Excuse me for a moment while I just go and wipe this off. Okay, so I'm just wiping it all away. Right, I'm continuing to wipe, but my hair's in the way, so I have to do this again. It's too much, getting too intense up in here. Okay, that's better. So this is it, coming off. And I'm feeling very calm because I have my beautiful candle going, which is just delicious. Excuse for sirens. We are in London after all. So that's step 1.
I forgot to mention that Emilia Clarke is the global brand ambassador. Global brand ambassador. I can speak, I promise. For Clinique, so we're probably gonna see Clinique products in this routine, starting with this one. I love this product. This is one of the first cleansing balms I have ever used. It's funny to hear somebody explain a cleansing balm. It's like a oily substance. It is an oily substance. It is a balm that turns into an oil to break down your makeup. It's always interesting to watch somebody use a cleansing balm because in some ways I can see why people think this is a little bit more difficult than it needs to be. And once they get the hang of the double cleanse, of using like an oil-based cleanser like this one, and then going in with the next cleanser, they realize it's so quick. But when you see someone do it like this, you think, oh my goodness, these are just so many steps and it's just taking so long. This is a typical cleansing balm. You melt it down in your hands, put it onto dry skin. It starts to break everything down as you massage it onto your skin. And then you add a little bit of water, you emulsify it to really break it down and loosen it up and make it milky. And then you just rinse it off. You do not have to go in with a washcloth or anything like that to get it off. And I think that's what made it look so much more difficult and like it maybe even doesn't work. I'm hoping that she's gonna go in with a second cleanse because that truly is where the magic happens. It is that double cleanse. But something tells me that she might not go in with a second cleanse just because she did all that work to try to take it off with a washcloth. So I'm curious to see how she's gonna do this. Now, it's not bad to use a washcloth to remove any of your cleansers. You absolutely can. It's just not necessary. And if you get rid of the washcloth in your skincare routine, then you avoid all that tugging, that unnecessary tugging on your skin. And you can even see she got a little bit red and stuff. She might have that kind of reactive skin that gets red, but you can avoid that by just getting rid of the washcloth.
One and done. And now I'm gonna use my All About Clean Clinique Cleansing Milk. Beautiful, gorgeous. Now this also technically is a makeup remover. And when I've been wearing as much makeup as I had on just then, you just wanna make sure that you've got it all off, because it's very important to keep your face really nice and clean. So, down I go. Taking it all off. It just feels so good taking off your makeup. Do you know what I mean? When you've had lots on, and boom, there it goes. And then what I do,
I mean, this will be me tonight. I have so much makeup on. Don't get me wrong. I actually feel really sad. I feel so much sadness when I take off this makeup that my friend Nikki LaRose does in the morning, because it's so much work, but it does feel so good to also remove it. It really does. She went in with her second cleanser. It's a proper double cleanse. Again, she doesn't have to do any of the rubbing. Obviously, she's drying off her face afterwards. Both are really great cleansers. I think sometimes Clinique is a little underrated. I feel like it really had its, like its popularity back in the day. And then it's kind of gone under the radar, but Clinique is an amazing brand. And it's a brand that is widely accessible, which is a good reason to talk about it, because I know that I get messages from people all the time from around the world, and they're like, we can't get these indie brands that you talk about, and this product isn't available in our country and stuff. Well, Clinique tends to be available pretty worldwide. So it's always great to look at some of these products. And these two products so far are really good ones.
just like to give my skin a little pat down. A little pat down dry because it's still a bit soppy and a bit wet. Hot. Hot. You guys are so lucky to get to see this. But now my skin is clean and it is dry. And so,
we talk about this a lot. You don't have to have your skin so dry. In fact, you almost don't want it to get so dry before you put on your next products, because all of your products are going to work better if your skin is a little bit damp, if it's a little bit hydrated. It's going to help pull the ingredients into your skin a little bit better. So you don't have to dry off your skin that much. It can be a little bit damp. I don't think it should be wet, but it can be a little bit damp, and it should be a little bit damp when you go in with your next products.
What we do next is Clinique Clarifying Lotion, my favorite product. And this is 1.0 for me because I got that sensitive skin. So we don't want to do anything any stronger than that.
This is giving me 1995. My first skincare routine with the toning lotion. This is the one that I used to work at the Clinique counter when I was 22, I wanna say I was at the Clinique counter. And this is the one that we would recommend if you came in and you had acne prone skin, you had clogged pores, anything like that. And it was because it has salicylic acid in it. So that's what I associated it with is the salicylic acid. It's funny though, because these lotions, the second step in the Clinique 3-step system, kind of fell off a little bit because really high up on the ingredient list is alcohol denat, which really has gotten a little out of control as far as the demonization of it. It does serve its purpose a lot of the time. I guess what it came down to is there just start to be better products on the market. It has glycerin in it, which is great to help balance out that alcohol denat. And then it has witch hazel in it, which in this formulation, I am gonna make the guess that it's distilled with alcohol denat. It might even be the reason why it's in the ingredient list. So it's just old school is really what it comes down to. So this isn't necessarily the product I would be recommending for somebody that says they have sensitive skin. It is interesting to see that that's what they recommended for her. Could she go in with a toner? Yeah, totally. Could she use salicylic acid? Absolutely. It just really depends on what it is that she's trying to accomplish. But she mentioned her redness and then went in with this one. So that's not connecting for me.
So sorry, what I've done is I've just put it on this guy and I'm just gonna make sure that it's all off. I am really quite rigorous about having very, very, very clean skin, but what you'll see now is you just see me do 2 cleanses, right?
Yeah.
And guess what happened? Boom. I still got makeup on my skin. We've cleansed, we've toned. We're ready to moisturize, baby. Smart.
All right, so I think this is a common misconception that you need to go in with a toner like that and cleanse your skin again. She's really into cleansing, and sometimes that over cleansing then leads to this overstripping of your skin, right? So you want to calm, back off a little bit on the cleansing. What I tend to find happens when a person still gets like something on their cotton pad after they have cleansed their skin, a proper cleanse, especially after a double cleanse, is that maybe they just didn't spend enough time with their cleanser. We never see like the full cleanse happen on camera. It gets cut off. Even in my own videos, you don't see the full cleanse. But I'm gonna make a guess that she didn't fully use that second cleanser, or that cream cleanser might not be enough to remove all of that makeup. Clinique has other cleansers. I mean, they have a ton of products. So there are so many other cleansers that might have done a better job of cleansing off all of that makeup. Maybe it wasn't going in with a cream cleanser like that. Cream cleansers tend to be the most gentle. But before you jump to the conclusion that the cleansers didn't do their job and get all of that makeup off, maybe it's more about spending the time with your cleanser. Because I think too often we just like quickly slap on some cleanser and then just like rinse it off. And of course it's not gonna work properly if you're not manipulating it enough and really massaging it around and getting everything off your skin. All that said, I would not consider a toner to be another cleansing step. That's actually one of the mistakes that we make. Your toner should deliver active ingredients. It should hydrate your skin. It should help prep your skin for your next products. So it's really not about swiping as much as it's about dabbing it onto your skin. And like if it has salicylic acid and you have clogged pores, maybe in those little areas where you tend to get the most clogged pores, you might want to gently swipe a little bit more, but that's about it.
Clinical repair. Wrinkle. Serum. Wrinkle correcting serum. I'm sorry, it's not serum to give you wrinkles, it's serum to do the opposite. So I'm just gonna do a couple of pumps of this guy, and then I'm just gonna gently apply it on my skin. I mean, it's this guy really, isn't it? Largely speaking. And you must apply gently. I swear to God, I'm doing this so much nicer than what I would do at home. What I would do at home would be a very different story indeed. And then, my friends.
All right, so I have not tried this product, but looking at the ingredients and what makes it a wrinkle correcting serum, there are definitely some moisturizing and hydrating ingredients in this, which naturally just makes any kind of wrinkle look a little bit smoother. It gives you a little bit more of a plumpness to your skin, a little bit more of a firmness to your skin. So it always, just moisturizing in general, always makes your skin look a little bit smoother. And then past the hydrating and moisturizing ingredients, it does actually have some ingredients that we know are great for making your skin just look better in general, right? So there is ascorbyl glucoside, which is a vitamin C derivative. I love it. It's brightening for your skin. It helps to repair your skin and nourish it. There is caffeine in here, which helps to tighten everything up. There are some really great peptides in here. One of them is one of my favorites. It's arginine. Here it's hexapeptide 8. One of the things I love about that ingredient is that it's supposed to target those muscles that cause expression lines. And so she's talking about her forehead lines. Well, that's a great ingredient. It's not going to replace, cosmetic treatments, but it's a great ingredient if you're, even if you are getting the cosmetic treatments, to just even be a complement to those treatments. And then at the very bottom of the list is an ingredient that is widely known as Granactive. And that's really just a gentle retinoid. There aren't as many studies on it and how well it works, but she did say in the beginning that she has some sensitive skin. So for people that are newer to retinoids, this might be the way to introduce a retinoid into your skincare routine.
We apply my favorite, my baby, the queen of the pops. And this guy is just delicious to put on because it is jelly. Ooh. This is quite fun to put on, and genuinely you don't need that much. Even that's quite a lot. So as you can see, I keep applying. You can't see because I keep doing it out of shot, idiot. I apply creams and serums to my hand first, and then we dot it, we dot it, we dot it, we dot it, and then we rub it in. Ah, delicious. Yummy. And now, what I would do, as of now, is I would run a bath. I love you guys, but I'm not taking my clothes off for you.
It's funny to me that she's just said that because I think my first introduction to her was her getting into a bath on the show. Obviously on the show. But that's besides the point. This is an amazing moisturizer. I personally don't use this moisturizer because it's not made for me. I have really dry skin most of the time, so I like thick, creamy moisturizer. This is more of a gel cream, and it is a really good gel cream. It has some wonderful ingredients in it. It feels nice and hydrating to the skin. For someone like me, I could actually use this as like a first moisturizer, almost like a serum, and then apply a thicker moisturizer on top of it. It has green tea in it, it has glycerin in it, it has urea in it, it has aloe in it, it has fermented ingredients, caffeine, peptides. This is a wonderful moisturizer. If you have oily skin, you might really love this one. I think all of the products that she's used so far in the skincare routine, even though it's all from one brand, these are all really great products so far, and I'm glad to see that. As we're like kind of finishing off her skincare routine, at least that's what it seems like, because she's on her moisturizer step. The only thing I would say is that I'd love to see some heavy hitting ingredients in her skincare routine. You know, that last product that she used, it's not bad in this moisturizer, it's really good, but there's nothing that's like a heavy hitter in this skincare routine. Everything's kind of gentle and skimming the surface of just starting to be anti-aging ingredients, but they're not the heavy hitters. You know, there's not like a real retinol in here or, you know, like a prescription retinoid in here. There isn't exfoliant in here that helps to brighten the skin. And I feel like as you're getting into like your mid-30s, that's when you want to get those heavy hitters in. And it's not that Clinique is lacking in any of these types of ingredients. So it's just interesting to see that this is what she was kind of steered towards in her skincare routine.
What I would do if I was in the bath is I would run my bath with my yummy Diptyque candle, and I would then apply in that bath Susanne Kaufmann's St. John's Wort bath salts, and it smells really good, really, oh god, it's so yummy. And I would put that in my bath that I would have scalding hot, and I was
feeling the bath until she said scalding hot. I know people love a nice hot bath, I understand, but it doesn't have to be that hot. That's just going to harm your skin. It's going to cause it to get really red, it's gonna dry it out, it's gonna lead to like itchiness. You're gonna have to, you know, counteract that when you get out of the bath and go in with like a intense moisturizer. It leads to more issues. You never wanna have your bath water that hot. I personally avoid all of that kind of heat. I like it to be just right. You know, I'm like Goldilocks. I like it just right when it comes to the temperature of the water that I bathe in and I shower in and stuff. And maybe I'm just super sensitive to that kind of stuff, to heat specifically, because I personally deal with melasma, which is triggered by all of that heat. So I don't know, but you don't really want to have, especially as we get into the winter time, you do not want to have scalding hot water because it will just cause your skin to get even drier. But those bath salts, they sound amazing.
To sit there and soak for ages. And then on coming out of the bath, I would then apply, this is magic for me right here, the magnesium CBD cream with melatonin. Like literally, how many more ways could you try and get to sleep? This guy is the champion. So I will apply that all over my body, then I
love an amazing topical magnesium product. I feel like lately I've seen like a little bit of a buzzing of, you know, like people saying that topical magnesium is not the best way to get it. Back when I started using topical magnesium, it was supposedly the best way to get magnesium because that's how our body is used to getting it, from like water, like swimming in the ocean back in the day, back when we were primitive. I guess we would swim in the water and it would give us all this magnesium. Magnesium is great. I have talked about it so many different times about the benefits of it. It does help you go to sleep. It is really soothing for the skin. CBD is a nice humectant for the skin, so I'm sure that that's a really nice moisturizer.
Roll it out. Because I get really, really, really tight. Like my muscles get really tight. This guy is amazing. This is my travel one, because I'm traveling right now. And it goes flat like that, and you can just pack it, and then magic, eh? What's it called? Brazyn Performance Life. So I would roll on that, but again, you're not gonna see it in shots. So this guy, and then before I go to bed, I love
a foam roller. If you have not purchased a foam roller and rolled out your back, which I'm gonna do after I shoot this video because my lower back is starting to kill me from sitting on this hard chair and just shooting videos all day long. Foam rollers are game changers. I love having a foam roller. I am very curious about this one. I might just buy that. I might have just been sold a product from watching this video. Very interesting.
Pop this guy on. So we can do this now. Give my hair a little brush through. I feel like the princess and the pea. A little brush through. And then apply my, this is the one I actually use. It's a little bit, it feels like it's a little bit grubby. And it is my sleep mask to go to sleep. So I pop this on. I put some wax earplugs in. And I go to bed. So I just want to say thank you so much for coming to bed with me. Good night.
All right, that was Emilia Clarke. You know, that was a totally fine skincare routine. She did everything in the right order. She used the right types of products. I guess the only thing I would say, again, is her double cleanse it looked a little bit unnecessarily difficult. It could be even easier, and you can use both of those cleansers to get all of your makeup off so that you don't have to rely on your towel getting it off afterwards, or a microfiber cotton, or even, even more so what she did and going in with a toner to completely get it off. Again, she didn't have any like heavy hitter ingredients in here, though I guess she did have salicylic acid in that toning lotion. But for her, she's talking about alluding to wrinkles and everything. So I do feel like, I would have liked to have seen like a real retinoid in her skincare routine, not like the one that like tiptoes into it, unless she really does have super sensitive skin. We'll never know. I'm curious about that. I also think that, like more brightening ingredients might be just really great in a skincare routine in your mid-30s too. I don't know. This is all just my opinion at this point, right? Emilia Clarke, beautiful. I mean, super funny. Love that she had a sense of humor throughout this whole thing. I'm gonna go and purchase a travel foam roller after this video now too. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. You can find me on Instagram. I'm at Susanne Yara. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.